Cool. Hi.
Hello, world.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Do I sound like a small dog? Hello. What about that? Hello. Hello. Maybe a cat. Maybe a cat trying to talk. Hello. Hello.
I'm
I'm
just,
sorry. That
I,
got weird.
I'm just gonna let you get that out your system. You,
My bad.
are you
My bad.
done?
Nope.
No. Okay.
One last one. One
Okay.
last time. Hello. That was more of a cat. I got it. I feel like it happened.
Sound like, yeah, you sound like a cat stuck in a well.
And it's hello, anybody out there? Oh, my voice cracked like Peter Brady in Time to Change. All right, never mind.
Oh.
Ooh, baby. Hey guys, welcome back.
Hi. Welcome. This is Life 401.
Finish shenanigans.
Yep. That.
Yep,
We're
those
here.
are the words.
Yep.
We're
These are the
here.
things
We have an Instagram.
we do.
We have an Instagram. If you're not following us, it's Life 401, period, Advanced Shenanigans.
Like
You gotta put
doesn't.
the period in it.
Yeah. That's not the word period, but the symbol, not the word.
Like .com, but dot Advanced Shenanigans. On Instagram. You can find us there and follow us. We post occasionally. I just posted like 5 seconds ago.
Did you?
Yeah, I posted to our story. Michelle didn't know these things.
Michelle didn't know a
I did
damn
it
thing.
without her knowledge.
Well, you know what? Now is not the time for me to back away from what I said earlier. Earlier, I told Drea that she is a grown human, a grown adult, and I don't check behind her to see if she did what she said she was gonna do. So you did it.
I did it
Woo!
because I did not do the things that I said I was going to do. And so I needed to catch up. Oh, by the way, I'm Drea.
Yeah, that's Drea, and I'm Michelle. I promise.
Yeah, and Michelle is definitely going to be checking up on me to make sure I do the things that I said I'm going to do.
I'm not. I'm not.
Disagree. Disagree.
I I trust you. I'm working on my
Maybe
control
you shouldn't.
issue.
Please don't trust me. I'm not super great at that. Anyway, how y'all doing? You can't talk to us. I don't know why I decided that was the segue I was going with.
I mean, look, if you're listening to us on a platform that allows you to comment,
Yeah, comment.
go right ahead. Um, if
I
you
don't know
wanna,
that I've ever looked at a comment.
that's because I look at the comments if we have any.
Thank you. See, this is why we use teamwork.
Yes. Can you imagine?
Makes the dream work.
It does. Or like many hands make light work, but teamwork makes the dream work. Is so much. It just rolls off the tongue better.
It, you know?
Yes. Um, no, but and also follow us on social media. Follow us
Yeah.
on
Follow us
Instagram.
Instagram. Follow us on YouTube.
Yes.
That's a social media, right?
Yeah, I do feel like YouTube is pretty social. 'Cause you can go
Yeah.
live on YouTube and whatnot. So, I mean, it's social. Maybe one day we'll do that. Maybe not. I don't know.
Doubtful. I don't want any of you people seeing my face, mainly because I'm scared. It's a me thing. It's nothing to do with you.
Let,
You guys might be great.
wait. Let, let's explore that a little
I
bit.
don't wanna. I don't wanna.
There are things. So, the more I do this therapy thing as a profession, there are phrases and words like sentences or whatever that people will say, and it immediately ticks my therapist brain. So you said that, and my brain was like, well, let's explore that. Let's just dig into that some.
I don't want to dig into that. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to hear it.
It's so
In
silly.
fact, I don't even want to acknowledge that it came out of my face. I'm sorry, y'all. We're gonna stuff that down. Um,
Not a healthy coping mechanism, but carry
no,
on.
please don't be like me. Please don't be. I am not the model for anything.
You
for
are
clothing,
the
for
prototype.
emotions. Definitely not.
Okay,
But that's
so
a great song by Andre 3000.
yes, but have you well, what I have noticed is that there are a lot of songs that we be liking and they be bops, but when you go back
Hmm.
and listen to them, you be like, wait a minute. So like that prototype song, he says, I hope that you're the one, but if
Hmm.
not, you're the prototype.
Yeah.
So if we break up, I'm gonna find a girl just like you, except for
We're going to
improvements.
change just a few things.
Yeah,
Hmm.
improvement.
We're going to find just a few tweaks. I don't mind that.
You don't
I
mind
know I'm a
that?
few people's prototypes. I already know it. One, because there are improvements to be made here.
There are
I'm not under
improvements.
the impression
It's
impression that there aren't. But also, like I might not have been the right one for you. And that's okay.
yeah.
Because you certainly weren't the right one for me. We're not together for a reason.
Hmm.
And it's mutual. I don't know that I've met my prototype. I don't know that I have.
I don't know if I've met my prototype either, or what I will say is I think I might have met many prototypes that had something about them that was like, oh yeah, great. Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
about you.
Look, beta tests are important, I think. Like,
Yeah.
there can be multiple drafts of this situation. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be just one.
Yeah. Like I have an ex that loved to cook. Would cook all the time,
Nice.
but also had a drinking problem, so like not great. So like the cooking was great, but not this drinking problem part.
Yeah. Look, I'm sure. Like when Ford came out with the car, he came out with Model T.
So
That implies that there were
uh,
models A
uh,
through S.
yes,
Like, that implies there were a few. Okay? And so we're not all right on the first try. That's okay.
yeah,
I'm fine with that. Oh, we guest starred recently. I don't think they're out yet, but be
they
on the
aren't.
lookout,
Yeah, be on the lookout. Our friend who,
right?
yeah, she's our friend.
We like her.
Yes. She is starting a podcast. Is it named August Light?
Yes, it is.
Yes, the name of the podcast, spoiler, it's going to be called August Light Podcast. And our good
Hmm.
friend had us both on an episode separately from each other.
Yeah, because we don't work well with others. No.
We do,
We work
but
a little too well with others.
yeah, she knew it was going to be a party if both of us were on the same episode.
Yeah, we had
So,
to separate. We had to separate like the
yeah,
two children in the back of the classroom that talk too much.
yeah,
Opposite
yeah,
ends.
yeah. Although that don't stop us because we'll talk to other people. We
Hmm.
do.
I'll make new friends real quick.
Yeah.
I may never remember their names, as Michelle learned earlier today.
Yep.
Their faces are blurs, but we
Yeah.
were friends in that moment.
So you had a real impactful conversation about, I don't know, the fall of communism, but I can't tell you her name.
Can't tell you her name. Don't know what she looked like. Couldn't pick her out of a lineup. But
Like I just
it
don't
was a
know.
thing for us then. But that being said, yeah, like be on the lookout. We'll let you guys know when it comes out. But yeah, it was fun. I had fun.
Yeah, I had lots of fun too. Um, but yeah, definitely when it launches, we will let you know about it again so you can go listen because she's awesome.
Yeah, she's pretty great. And if you follow us on Instagram,
We will
then you'll
definitely,
also see it. I'll make sure to post, possibly, probably.
one of us will post.
Yep, that's teamwork.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone will post about it. Um, so what's been going on with you lately,
Um,
Drea?
Sadness. and dissociation. It's been it's been a rough couple weeks over in Drealey. Mainly personally. Um, I've had some people pass. I've had some people get sick, and it's been rough. So we've been using the power of dissociation that every
Oh,
good millennial has,
wait,
and nope,
wait,
we're gonna skate past it. And
wait,
what?
but wait. No,
Yes. Yes.
that's not that's not great.
What millennial do you know that doesn't know how to dissociate?
I'm
Name one.
quite sure I don't know how.
Lies. As much as you read, honey.
Oh, okay, that's what we're
Honey,
counting.
honey. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like I'm not in this world anymore. I'm in a book. I don't even know.
Oh,
There's nothing
okay.
going on outside. It's
Okay,
on
well
fire. Who
then,
knew? I'm reading.
oh, okay, well then, never mind. I'm like an OG dissociator from way back in the day.
Popping it in. Everything's fine.
Apparently, I've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
Um,
But I also decided because I felt so shitty that I was going to do things with my body to make me not feel as shitty. So,
you made that sound real scandalous.
with my body, it wasn't sex related. My roommate and I, we went to the gym. Like, we went and worked out
Sounds
at a
gross.
gym,
Carry on.
worked out. And that was honestly one of the first positive experiences I've had at a typical gym in a very long time.
I'm glad you had that experience.
It was a pretty good experience, and to the point where I'm not terribly upset about going back.
That's great.
It's a big change. Yeah.
That's great for you.
What about you? What's your life? What's happening over you?
Um,
Over you.
I still think that song is about threesome.
It's not. It's not. It's not. Go.
Anyway, I do. I have just been I've just been living. I don't It sounds like a cop out, but I've just been holding on.
Okay.
You're like, you're lying. I'm not. I just been here.
Disagree.
Um, why do you disagree? What have I been? Please tell me what's been happening in my life.
I don't know. You go for it. You happen. You go. You first. You explain. I got a computer glitch there, but
Oh,
I interrupted. My bad.
I don't know. I phoned a friend. What do you?
You went and worked out this week.
I work out every week.
We completed the letter E.
Oh yeah, yeah. We have done things. You're right. You're right.
We did things.
Yeah. I had. You're right. I had my first pole class.
Whoop, whoop.
I did that. I'll be going back until.
So she says.
Oh, well, no, they got my money for the next like 6 or 7 weeks. So I'm gonna go.
So she'll be there for that.
That's about it. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything else.
Well, I think
We'll
maybe.
we'll see.
Okay. You know what? We'll see. We'll see. You know what? Take a day at a time. One day at a time.
Yep, yep, that's exactly what I'm doing. But we did eat the letter E.
Mm-hmm.
It was really great. We had such a great time, didn't
We
we?
overfilled ourselves in the best way
Oh,
possible.
oh yeah, I didn't get hungry again until like late, late, late.
I made crab legs that night, and I ate one cluster. That's how
Oh,
full I was.
and that's absolutely no food.
That's very little food. And I don't know if you guys know me. You don't that well, but I have once closed a restaurant
I love this story.
with my sister from the amount of crab legs that she and I ate together. It was gluttonous. So to say I only ate one cluster is ridiculous. We kept that restaurant open until easily 1 a.m., feeding us crab legs.
They wanted you to go the fuck home.
They wanted us to go home to the point where they were packing up and we were like, wait, you can you bring out one more pan?
They were like, get out.
They hated us, but we were hungry.
Yeah, you know, I want you to know that that type of behavior right there is why there are now table limits at all you can eat restaurants.
Absolutely. But if you didn't want me to eat all I could, then you should have said that at the door.
If you don't like that Japanese barbecue place we
Yeah,
like there's a 90-minute or yeah, 90-minute
yeah,
limit on the table.
I get it. You tell me up front so I know what I can pack in. You don't wait until I've been there for 3 hours to be like, by the way, you guys got to be done because I planned on a fourth.
My lord.
I
So
planned on a fourth.
so many. Like
I went here specifically for seafood.
I wore my stretchy pants
We've done it
and
to a Red Lobster doing endless shrimp. It's shameful. It's
it is.
shameful.
It is.
So when I tell you I was so full, I only ate one crab cluster. Should be
Yeah.
an indication of how full I was.
Yeah. The restaurant that we went to was what was the name of it?
I couldn't get it right the entire time.
You're right. It
I
was
was
E
putting it into
GPS.
the GPS and still couldn't remember the name. And you want me to recall it now?
I remember now, so I can say it.
Thank you. Thank you.
We went to this place called Eclipse de Luna,
Mm-hmm. It was
and
delicious.
it was delicious. It's a tapas type restaurant, which is a fancy way of saying we basically just serve you appetizers
For the most part,
for the most
which is
part.
all I really need
Yeah,
if you have good appetizers.
yeah. But
Also, we got pancakes because
we
they
did.
had brunch.
It was brunch, so they had brunch appetizers. Although I don't know how 3 pancakes is an appetizer, but come on.
I mean, it worked for me.
But it only worked because we shared it. If you had eaten the 3 pancakes, you'd have been like, oh,
I made room for that lamb.
oh, that was the best part. Y'all, there was like, the last thing we ate was like lamb chops.
They were utterly delicious.
They were so good. They were probably
I
one of the,
might one day go back just for the lamb.
oh yeah, I definitely think we should go back. I'm,
Absolutely.
I'm telling everyone about it. I told my sister's boyfriend, I was like, y'all need to go, but go on a Sunday when they have the brunch.
Mm-hmm. You can get pancakes and omelet, bottomless mimosas,
Uh,
in the lamb.
yeah, yeah, you can get bottomless mimosas because when they said that, they meant that.
They meant that thing. It wasn't like all you can eat, hopefully, but it was like, here you go, bottomless.
Yeah,
I never saw the bottom of my glass.
I saw the bottom of my glass one time.
Was it
One
when
time.
we were leaving?
It was when, well, twice. twice. So when I got up, we were preparing and we had our plan about you go to the restroom, I'll finish my drink, and then when you come back, I'll go to the restroom, you finish your drink, and then we go.
That's
I
right.
I finished my drink while you were gone, and then I went to the restroom and I came back and it was full again. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, it was one for the road. We had already paid. They gave
Yeah.
us one for the road.
They're like, what, another one? I really think it's because
And because I have trouble saying no,
I was not
they
there
gave
to
us
say,
another.
yeah. I I wasn't there to be like, you know what? Actually, no.
Absolutely. I said, how kind of you. And she took that as a yes. And so we got one for the road.
Yeah, we got one for the road. It was very good though.
It was
Uh,
delicious.
do you have a list for this episode? Is that what's happening?
Perhaps. I don't know what this voice is that we're doing, but I think we're going to stick with it.
Okay.
Buckle up.
Oh Lord.
This is what you get. You talked for me. Talked for me. You talked to me for an hour and a half before we started this.
Not my fault. We have to do our pre-work.
Ma'am.
No? No?
Nabra. Nabra.
Oh, I thought
So
that's what
now our poor audience gets Drea in this shape.
I
It's
I
also so close to the end of the day.
it is. I feel as if you're blaming me somehow for this.
I feel as if I might be. I don't know. I didn't plan on it. Because I had part to do with it too. So it can't be all on you.
Right. Right. Got it.
My bad. I apologize. You know what? You know what?
It's
Let's move
okay.
past this.
It's okay.
How was the rest of your week?
I mean, my week has been pretty okay. Yeah, it's been pretty okay. Um, for the listeners out there, before you tuned in on during our pre-work, Drea and I had a disagreement about. You're like, we did had a disagreement.
When did this happen?
What was the
What hour
disagreement?
was that?
Was I there? It
I don't remember this at all.
it was not really a disagreement. It was just talking about working out.
Oh,
Yeah. Drea doesn't believe that I hate working out as much as I say I do.
I don't. I don't believe it because I have witnessed Michelle having a grand old time working out,
You know that's
just getting her rocks off mid workout.
making it sound sexual again. Try again. Try again.
Not doing that. Just having a blast. Just having a ball
N- It's
while
mostly
while working out, while sweating her life away.
sweating in the spirit. You remember that?
Sweating. What?
You
Oh
know?
yeah. Took me a second. Yes.
Yes, but so here's the question of for you people following us on the Instagram and the social media world. I think that there's a difference between enjoying working out and enjoying the company that you work out in.
Wow.
And I feel like I enjoy the company and the fellowship more than the working out. So like I could meet all of the people that I work out with and we could go to the bar and I'd probably have fun.
You know what we could also do? Meet all the people that you work out with and go to the gym and have fun.
I don't want to do that.
That's not what I asked.
No, but
If that's what you're implying, then we could also go to the gym and have a great time.
I not like to not.
What's up with all these people wanting to do surveys? Sorry, work related question. Non sequitur. Also, what the hell?
They just want to know how you're feeling.
I swear to God, performance appraisal time comes around, and everybody and their mother wants a survey or a question or a questionnaire.
They just want to know how you're feeling.
And this wasn't even sent out to the entire company. How did I get on this list? Huh? It's a lot of, I really don't know how I got on this list because it's a lot of people who are above my pay grade on this list, let me tell you. And
It's like, we don't sit at the same table.
we aren't at the same table. And maybe four people who are at my table. So the question becomes, how did I get on this list?
Is it like, you know how you go to weddings and then they put couple, like if you have a plus one, they put your plus one next to you, but if you're single,
It ain't no plus one
yeah,
situation.
I'm saying, but if you're single, they put you at the table way in the back and you're trying to figure out why am I here?
It feels like that, only this is like if you got accidentally moved up to like the family table and you're a distant cousin. What's happening here? How
I
did I
mean,
make it to the head of the family table?
well, I guess somebody,
How did
somebody,
Uncle Joe not make it here before me?
well, maybe they don't like Uncle Joe because he used to be creepy to them when they were kids. I don't,
Perhaps.
you know,
But it doesn't make sense that your sister is at table 3 and I am now at table 2. It doesn't make
may,
sense. I
maybe,
barely know you. I
maybe they
bought you
don't
a
like.
instant pot. That
Those are all the rage. It's a good gift.
is a good gift. Okay, better. I bought you a gravy boat. How am I at this table?
I mean, is it the gravy boat that keeps the gravy warm? Because that's cool.
I did not know those existed.
Oh yeah, it's like let me tell you what happened, and then we're gonna like get into like real stuff that we plan to talk about for this episode. I promise.
I'm sorry, y'all. We got real off base.
Yeah. So it's let me tell you how this came along.
Okay.
This is how I feel like it happened. Probably not, but this is what happened. So someone around Thanksgiving time, it was like Thanksgiving, they got really, really high and they were eating food. You know how Thanksgiving the table shit's full. They got really, really high and they realized the gravy had gotten cold, right? And then
True.
they were like,
Happens all the time.
of course. And they're like, I wish there was a way I could keep the gravy warm without having to put it on the stove or without having to put it in the microwave. And then they looked and they had a candle warmer and they set the boat of gravy on the candle warmer.
Oh, goodness.
And so really it's really just it's like we have one. It's a gravy boat, like with the whole hold it and pour, and it
I'm
sits
looking.
yeah, it sits on a little warmer that you plug in.
There's a plug situation?
Yeah.
Okay. You know who's going to help me? Jujel. Jujel's going to help me. Oh, my goodness.
You thought I was making it up. It is real.
I am flabbergasted.
I think was it my mom asked for one? I don't know, but like it really exists.
So, I'm baffled. I'm
I mean,
baffled. It's like one of those wax warmers, y'all.
yeah, that's what it is. It's a wax warmer, a candle warmer type deal. But the type where you don't have to have fire and you're not like
Yeah.
burning the wax. So like you could sit the candle like it's crazy.
Interesting. Interesting. You learn new things every day, you know?
Yeah.
You can get one of these things on Amazon. Walmart has one of these.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think the one that we have is the one that I bought at the only Black Friday sale I ever went to because it was just too chaotic.
Again, yet another reason why Dre is not doing that shit. I have enough chaos going on in my own head. I don't need to include other people in my chaos.
Oh man,
I don't do
no.
any of those things.
I would never ask you to go to one of those things.
I think I've been to maybe one in my life, and it was like in the evening. of Black Friday. It was not even the morning.
Yeah,
And I was
no.
disgusted still. I was still disgusted. I couldn't do it. Every year I'd volunteer to stay home with the children. That's how you know.
Yeah, that's bad because that's bad. I would never want to stay at home with the children.
No. They'd be like, oh, we're going to go out to the store. I will be here with the babies. That's what I'll do. I'll watch the kids. I don't need to come.
It's
Don't
like
invite me.
it's like just it's okay. Don't invite me. It's okay.
I'm fine. I didn't. Mm-mm. No, thank you.
Yeah, no.
Anywho,
So that thing is something else.
I think. How did we get here? We got here. We took several wrong roads, wrong turns,
Uh, So many,
tangential roads.
so many, so many like switchbacks and dead
So
ends.
many, yes, switchbacks. We were supposed to be going to Walmart. We ended up at Target. And from Target, we got there. We never got out the car. And we decided, you know what? I heard there was a movie theater not far from here. And so now we're just at the movies. We're not even anywhere near the Walmart.
We've done nothing that we set out to do.
No, no. We're now contemplating being at Dave and Buster's. It doesn't make sense.
It makes no sense.
No, no. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, again, still don't know how we got here. I don't know how to bring it back, but
It doesn't matter.
let's move forward.
It doesn't matter. Today in class, we're going to be talking about what, Denisha?
Um,
Why did you look at me like, how dare you?
I mean, because I could. Um, what are we talking about? We're talking about jealousy.
Yep, we are
Yeah.
definitely talking about jealousy.
I mean, goodness. I don't okay, can I be honest? Jealousy is not an experience that I go through
Are you sure?
often. Not
Oh, okay.
often.
I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, I never do that."
No,
So,
no, 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 no. I'm not gonna say I never do that. But when I'm jealous, it's very rarely like jealousy within like romantic relationships, which I think is a lot of what people assume at first when they talk about jealousy.
mm-hmm.
Like, have I been jealous of like my siblings for things they've gotten before, especially growing up? Absolutely. But also, like, as I've gotten older, I'm really one of those people who's like, if it's not for me, it's not for me. Cool. Especially in relationships, I'm quick to be like, goodbye. Don't even worry about it. You can have them. Like, if oh you're that mad about it, it's yours. I don't need it. I don't need
Mm.
that person. It's okay.
Really? So
Yeah.
here's the thing that whenever I talk about jealousy or whenever someone's talking about jealousy, people actually get the the definition of jealousy and envy confused a lot,
That's a good point.
right?
Enlighten us.
Yeah, I will. I will. So like this is the thing. So envy happens when we lack a desired attribute that's enjoyed by another person.
Mm,
Okay? And jealousy happens when something that we already possess, usually some type of relationship, so that's where it comes from, is threatened by a third person, right?
got it.
So one of the first things you notice is that envy is two person, jealousy is three person. It's a three-person
Yeah.
situation. Um, envy is more of a reaction to lacking something, and
Hmm.
jealousy is a reaction to like the threat of losing something or someone. So they're a little different.
Got it. Okay, so perhaps I should rephrase. I experienced envy growing up quite a bit when you have a
Hmm.
bunch of siblings and someone gets something that you don't necessarily get. envy, I guess, is the natural progression of things sometimes. Jealousy, I can't say that I have necessarily experienced very often
Um,
still,
yeah. I think,
except in friendships. I think
well,
that becomes very normal.
yeah. Jealousy, I think that might be why someone, not gonna say who, why someone likes to keep their friend group separate.
I feel attacked. I feel attacked.
I didn't.
Perhaps. I don't I one I'm fine with my food touching. I'm not fine with my friends touching. I don't enjoy it.
I'm aware you're not fine with your friends touching.
I don't enjoy it. I understand where it stems from. Thank you to my brothers growing up for. Oh, so maybe I have experienced it. Thank you to my brothers growing up for taking my friends and gallivanting off with them.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Your
yeah.
your brothers are
Oh, yeah.
friend your brothers are friend thieves?
My brothers are friend thieves, and they usually dated my friends, and then broke up with my friends, and then it was just me holding the bag being like, well, now I can't be friends with them, they hate you, they never will come over here anymore,
Yeah, they're
or
not
anytime they
coming.
come over they're looking for you, they're not looking for me anymore. They're fucking rude.
That's the worst. That is the worst, isn't it?
It's the worst. So maybe I have experienced jealousy more often than I think I have. But yeah, I mean, Michelle, I understand you're okay with your friend groups touching.
Um, Probably because I don't have many friends, so it's just weird to not let y'all talk to each other.
Opposites.
Yeah, or like, but I will say that I still experience jealousy when it comes to my friends sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Or especially since I have this really bad habit of dating my friends, which
Ooh,
I have stopped. But like my track
good
record,
girl.
yeah, my track record's not so great of I would date my friends and then so then who you are as a friend is not always who you are as a partner. And so I would feel like the friendship aspect of our relationship suffered because we were in a relationship and I might feel jealous that my other friend has this friendship with my partner that I no longer have.
That's honest. I think a lot of people experience that. That's not your best friend, that's my best friend, or that's not your friend, that's my friend
Yeah.
situation. And we see people experience that at a very, very young age,
Yeah.
I think. Um, and it becomes ingrained of like, well, who's your best friend? And I think it's also this part of insecurity within us of being like, well, what if I say them and they don't say me? Then I have to hate that third person that they did say. And that's not necessarily
That's
the
not great.
case.
Yeah, that's not
It's not
great.
great.
No, but it's okay. I call Drea my best friend. Well, actually, this is still going on. She still doesn't want to admit that we are best friends, but it's
I
okay.
don't deny
But she,
it.
yeah. So
I I'm very picky about who I get to call my best friend.
it's
I've
fine.
seen them come and go a lot.
That's fine. Meanwhile, like I think that's the difference between you and I. Meanwhile, my best oldest best friend, I've known him since the second grade. So my friends tend to stick around. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's not great because I'm letting them stick around and they should go. But that's a different podcast or a different
Different
episode.
podcast, different story for a different day.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that's just virtue of how we grew up in terms of like you've been relatively in the same area for most of your life, right?
Mhm.
And I have not.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you who my best friend in second grade was. Couldn't tell you
He's still out
what their
there.
name is.
He, my best friend's still out there. He's still my best friend. He came to visit me today. Hey.
Actually, no. Perhaps I do know their name. Haven't talked to them in years. Uh,
It's like they don't really exist anymore.
recovered memory. I think I just figured out what their name was. Yeah, but no, like I don't know who they are. But it's also one of those things where because military kid, you have to move around a lot. You see friendships come and go a bit more often than you do when you have closer proximity to people, I think.
I think so too. Like you went to multiple schools and all that type of stuff. I went to one elementary school, one middle school, one high school, and then
So
I
nice.
yeah, and then I rounded that off with one college for undergrad and then one college for grad school. So,
There you go.
yeah.
it's it's been a different lived experience, I think. But I say that, like, even as a child, I remember being like, "Oh, this is my best friend," and I would be like, "You don't get to call them their best friend because it's my best friend." It's also one of those things like, yeah, I think it becomes an idea of like, I don't want you to take this person or this thing away from me.
Maybe so. Maybe so. But like
But I feel like envy has more to do with things and jealousy has more to do with people.
um it can be, but like so the thing is people get them mixed up a lot because envy and jealousy are often intertwined,
Mm,
right? So like so like you're jealous because you see this person like creeping up on your significant other, so you're jealous, but you could also be envious of some attributes that this other person has.
that's real.
So like when you see those girls, this is the one when you see the girls in the store, whoever wherever they are, and they're walking with their man or their significant other, and then they see
Hmm.
you and like they give you like an ugly look and like pull them closer. Like I'm
It's
not
like, I don't
going
want your funky little man.
yeah, first of all, I'm not gonna kidnap this grown person.
I can't
First
just
of
take him
all,
from you.
right? I can't just be like I can't just be like yeet mine,
No. I know there was that song that was like, I'll take your man. But guess what? She didn't take them in a moment.
No, like if I'm gonna take your person, let me tell you something. It's gonna be weeks of like psyops. Like
It took, yeah, not psyops.
it's gonna be, it's gonna be psychological warfare. Like
Yeah, we took time. We took time.
yeah, like I planned on this. Like it was premeditated as fuck. Like it has
Oh
to
yeah,
be.
I didn't just come up with the plan in the store and say, you know what? This one's mine now. Thank you. It's not
Right.
it's not like the last heated gravy boat in the Walmart. I can't just take it.
Oh, remind me
Yeah,
to
I brought it full circle. Yeah,
yeah,
thank
yeah,
you.
look at you. Remind me to tell you the story about the old lady at the Black Friday sale.
Scared. I'm
It's
scared.
epic. She is the reason why I'll never go back. Um,
Oh no.
yes. But so like jealousy and envy usually go hand in hand because what is there to be jealous about if you're secure in your relationship, right? So
Hmm.
like what are you afraid that this other person has that is going to enable them to steal your mate,
That's real.
right? And I do understand before anyone points it out, I do understand I'm talking about this with the monogamous view or monogamous lens.
Yes.
But jealousy happens in poly relationships as well. Envy
Say
happens
it now.
in yeah, envy happens in poly relationships as well.
Right.
Trust me. Um,
And typically, a lot of times jealousy does come from a feeling of insecurity, which breeds envy, of course. but also insecurity of the potential loss of that thing. So a lot of times if a relationship has become a bit overwhelming for a person as well,
Yeah.
that can start to breed feelings of insecurity and fear of loss
Mhm.
of that relationship, which can also breed, jealousy. Because let's be real, like, there are tons of beautiful relationships that become overwhelming for either one or both members
Yeah.
of said relationship. And it starts to say, well, what am I without this relationship? And
Right.
I'm not just making that up, y'all. Good therapy said that.
It's like good, someone other than me said that.
Someone other
I
than me.
mean, but yeah, I mean that is true. Like you get in these like, and I think it happens a lot more now than it did in olden times because of social media. Like if you think
Mm,
about the performative nature of relationships now, and not just like romantic relationships, friendships too, where you have to be like, you gotta be in the picture,
that's
you
my best
gotta,
friend. It's a whole
right.
thing.
It is a whole thing. And so the performative nature of these relationships can sometimes become overwhelming. And
Yeah.
you have to look right for the world because the world is all in your business with just a click.
And it becomes that thing of like, oh,
I
I feel like
feel
some
like
of
a
the
woman. Sorry.
sorry, I had
Sorry.
to make
Sorry.
my boobs had to dance to it. But I feel like I can remember one of the first times I felt this way was probably during the MySpace era for millennials. Y'all know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Probably some Gen
Oh,
Xers too out here
oh, oh. Was it the
with
top five?
the top eight.
A top eight? Rather,
The
yeah.
top eight, where it was like, oh, but they have you at number one. There used to be drama going on in the top eights, let me tell you. Because if you had this person as number one and they did not have you as number one, then it's like, oh, well, y'all clearly aren't on the same wavelength of your relationship or friendship or whatever
Yeah.
have you. And if somebody moved from space one to space five, like, you could tell it became this whole thing of like, oh, well, y'all must be having issues. And it's like, no,
Yeah.
really, my new friend got like my actual best friend since childhood got on MySpace for the first time and now they're on it. And like, now they're number one. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I think that's when like performative friendships really became
Mhm.
huge in terms of social media, and it's only gotten bigger
Yep.
since the rise of Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat, where you got to care about your streaks or whatever the children say.
Yeah.
It's
So,
a lot.
it is. It is. And so like it's not just that. Like, have you ever noticed how jealousy is portrayed like in media?
No. Well, yes and no, but tell me about it.
So, if you look at like movies, music, jealousy and envy, well, especially jealousy. Jealousy is portrayed as like, oh, this is the healthy thing you do in a relationship. Like you are territorial and you go and pee on this person, basically to mark your territory. No R.
Yeah.
Kelly's or whatever, golden showers, none of
See,
that.
none
None of
of those
that.
things. I don't consent to those things.
No. But like a metaphorical marking of territory. Like this is mine. This person is mine and no one else can have this person.
Yeah.
And stuff like that is what makes monogamy or can make monogamy be toxic.
I think you're right. And that, like, it's very normal to see a movie or see a plot point in a television show where it's like, and now this other person has come. Like, I remember like 90s sitcoms were great for it, where like this
Mhm.
new girl would show up or this new guy would show up, and immediately the audience would be like, ooh. And it was a major plot point of like, don't you go stealing my man or don't you go stealing my girl. And it's not necessarily, if your relationship is strong, no one can steal from you necessarily. You're muted all of a sudden.
Oh, sorry, sorry. It's okay. It also it also goes to that thought of meeting your one person, like the person that completes you, the one that is everything that you could ever possibly need.
Yeah.
And so if that person is everything you could ever possibly need, of course you don't want to give it up and you don't want to share and you're afraid
Because
of,
who am I without this person? I'm clearly not a whole person anymore.
right. And you can't think that way. I mean, you do, but you people should not think that way.
Right. And like there are whole films based on like love triangles as well became
Right.
huge in the media. And like they're still going on. They're still big. I mean, to all the boys I loved, big old franchise on Netflix right now. All about love triangles, like 15 different love triangles. Love triangles with her, love triangles with him. It's annoying. Leap year is another one, right? And it's like
What's sleepier?
leap year is all about, not to spoil, but it's basically like the story of like a woman who's in love with this man and she decides to propose to him because there's a tradition in Ireland that on the leap day of a leap year, 29th day of February in every leap year,
Yeah.
that it's okay and traditional for a woman to be able to propose to the man that she loves. And they end up having a whole situation where she figures out like if you have to go through all this turmoil to propose to this man, maybe he's not the man you should be marrying. But it's a whole thing. But like Just Right has it. My best friend's girl, she's a man. What is it? What's it called? My best friend's wedding. Huge. You, me, and Eileen. Like it's
Yeah.
complicated. I could go on. Love Actually.
Yeah, yeah, all of these things. And
The
so,
Notebook has a huge plot point about it. Like,
does it?
oh yeah,
I've never seen the Notebook.
I'm gonna throw you away. One day we're gonna put it on. The Wedding Planner. The
Have I?
whole thing
What's the wedding planner about?
with J Lo.
Oh, wait, yeah, no, no, no. I've seen that one. She falls
In
in
fact,
love.
J Lo has a whole string of movies about love triangles, which God help us. Sorry,
Yeah. This is a definitely not on topic. But do you know what my favorite movie by her is?
I'm scared. Go
Try to
ahead.
You can't guess.
Is it Geely?
Who?
Is it Geely?
No, I know.
Gigli?
No.
No. Is it Made in Manhattan?
Nope.
Is it the all-time best movie by her, which is Selena?
No, and I don't think that's the best movie by her.
Disagree. Then
I
I
don't
don't know. Then I don't know.
My favorite movie by her is Enough.
All right. I can't be mad about that one.
You were ready to tear it down.
I was ready to go ham, but honestly enough, it's quite a good film.
It
So,
is. It is.
great redemption arc. Great redemption arc.
You're like, great, okay, okay. You can still be my
Okay, I'll
friend.
take it. Definitely not the best one, but I'll take it.
I didn't say it was the best one. I just said it was my favorite. But
Okay.
I don't think Selena was a well done movie.
I'm gonna throw you out.
Why?
I don't. I'm sorry. Selena is one of the few movies in existence that can get me to cry without a care.
I don't think I cried.
I cry every time. I've seen Selena over and over and over and over again.
But why do you keep crying?
So sad.
I
So
mean,
sad. Cause I'm dreaming
oh my
of
God.
you tonight and then the rose and then it's so sad.
I don't
Tears
I'm not saying it isn't sad, but I'm just saying,
every time.
but why are you crying?
Every time. Tears every time. Instant tears. And they show the montage. So sad. There's no way in the world. I'm sorry. I'm having a moment. We got real off basis. Come
just a
back.
little bit. I'm sorry. I took us there. But also like really what I have found, another difference between like they're between jealousy and envy, they're not the same emotion. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but envy doesn't usually have a sense of like betrayal like jealousy does.
Mm.
And jealousy doesn't have to have a sense of being inferior to the person who's about to steal your person or situation.
It doesn't.
But they oftentimes do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that has to do more with like hormonal factors involved in jealousy as well.
You think so?
Yeah, because the the main hormonal factor is probably the love hormone, which is oxytocin. Not probably. I definitely researched this. Science says it's oxytocin.
Like,
It's oxytocin. And while oxytocin, impacts love and attachment to
yeah.
a person, it also impacts trust and empathy and generosity
Yeah.
and the opposite of those things, like jealousy and gloating. Like, it has to impact those other things. So just because it's also making you fall in love with that person, it also is typically affecting how much you trust this person, which is why they say love is blind. It also impacts how much you empathize with the person, which is why you usually give the person you're in love with time and time again and the benefit of the doubt a lot of times. Or, it affects generosity, which is why women will be like, or men too, will be like, I fell in love with this person
Mhm.
and now they took all my money.
Yeah. That's I
But it
think I
also
think that
impacts jealousy and gloating too.
yeah, I think that's how people end up catfish.
Absolutely.
And also for not using your common sense, but that's a different
Oxytocin's a hard one. It's a hard
yeah.
one to fight, man. It's
Yeah.
it's why women who go through labor forget labor and be like, sure, I can do this again. What you there are women who literally get ripped stem to stern
What a way to put that. But yes, you're right.
and forget it. They don't remember the pain because of oxytocin.
Yeah, I mean, but can you imagine if they did remember the pain
I mean, nobody would have any more babies.
and your relationship with that child who needs you to make sure that they don't die?
Oh yeah, children matter.
Well, yeah, children matter. But like that relationship would be harder because like you ripped
You
me
just
from
ripped me from stem to stern.
and you think I'm finna stay up all night with you because you don't have a sense of time yet? No.
Yeah, be a lot of dead babies or
Yeah.
malnourished babies. It'd be
Yeah,
real sad. Oxytocin, man, it's crazy.
it is.
but but it also is affecting the need to hold this person or have this thing or person near. It's a
Mhm.
lot of the same reason why women who just had a baby be like, no, you can't hold my baby. No, you can't touch my belly. No, you can't do these things
Yeah.
because this is mine. You can't have it.
That's part of the stressor that goes on between couples when they have kids
Hmm.
because a lot of times the non-childbearing one feels shut out.
Yeah, very much so.
And they'll say things like, I feel like you love the baby more than you love me. Well, maybe.
A little
Um,
bit.
and not because I want to, but
It's because hormones are a bitch.
yeah, it's kind of making it happen that way. But that also could be why like people who have kids they struggle to make connections outside of their kids after they have kids.
Mm, that's a great point.
So,
And sometimes they struggle to let their kids go. That's where those different attachment
mhm.
um, those different attachments come from, where it's
All of
like
that.
all of a sudden I don't know how to let my child go off on a play date by themselves and not hover
Yep.
or not helicopter as millennials parents have been called. And
But you know what? That's a different segue, but the helicopter parenting of like the 90s and beyond is a
hmm
complete reaction to the lackadaisical parenting before.
oh, absolutely.
And then they were like, we let them just go out and do whatever, and they got kidnapped and
All of a sudden,
stranger danger.
yes, it was completely a reaction to that, but don't nobody want to talk about those things. Uh,
I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it.
but it's also one of those things where it's like hormones do play quite a bit of a role. It's not just thinking patterns, it is hormonal patterns as well. Once you form these attachments, these intense attachments with
Yeah.
people that affect, how much your jealousy tends to happen or how much gloating you tend to do
Right.
within a relationship. Because there are plenty of people who be like, this is my best friend. You can't have them. Y'all not best friends. Da, 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 da. Like, or this is my boyfriend. Look at him. No, you can't have him. Y'all just mad because you can't get with him. We've all seen those people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
It's gross. No, I'm
oh,
joking. My bad. Not really, but you know what I'm
so,
saying.
so gross is maybe not.
The best adjective.
Yeah, gross is probably not the best. It's concerning. How about that?
Sure, we'll say those words.
Drea's like, nah, it's gross. I said what I said.
I feel how I feel, but
And your feelings
yes,
are
for
real.
lack of a thank you. Thank you, Sven. But for lack of a better term, it is quite concerning, especially when you see those patterns of behavior with people you are close with.
Yeah,
Um, because you start to be like, what's going on here? How do we mitigate some of these things?
right. And so part of it, one thing starts in early development, modeling good relationship behaviors to your little people. Because a lot of what we do is what we were taught. And not even necessarily the things that we were taught explicitly. Like these are implicit things that we learn.
Right. A lot of times the saying is like, you know, kids are like little parrots or they're like little sponges, right?
They
They're
are,
observing and learning even though you think they are not, or even when, you think they're not paying attention, they are.
yeah,
It's the thing, it's the reason why a lot of parents came up with the whole term of do as I say, not as I do.
which is
I
silly
mean, it's very silly. I mean,
because
I can't tell you how many times the little person in my home has done things where myself and their parent has just been like, that's on us, yo. That's on
like
us. Not something we taught them, not something we want for them, but like, I know that's a behavior that I have modeled, so my bad.
right, right. And so that's one thing. And also, you don't think about it, but like different things stick with you. So one of the songs that sticks with me all the time is I think it's by Nivea.
I'm scared.
The song is I think it's Nivea and it's like don't mess with my
Oh
man
yeah,
cuz I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
be the
be the
one to
one.
bring it to you. Like
There you go.
so she's like she in that song she's talking about find your own man and if I see you looking at him I'm gonna bring all my girls and we gonna beat you up. And so we have
It's gross.
yeah. Today's word is gross. Brought to
I
you by
mean,
Drea.
boom,
It's like the Sesame Street from hell.
I don't choom. It's gross.
Yeah. But so like
Gross. GROSS. That's how you spell it.
I'm
Gross.
I'm so proud of you. You know how to spell
You.
gross.
I
Carry on.
learned.
I'm so proud of you. It's so great. No, but so one thing you can do is, other than like trying to not teach your little people, or the little people that see you and observe you on a regular basis, like to
Mm.
model good relationships and good behaviors. Um, Also, as an adult, to start setting boundaries.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
I know it's hard. Even just setting boundaries with your significant other, whoever your relationship, like you can say, I feel uncomfortable when you do this, or I have these triggers, and if you do said triggers, these are some of the behaviors you can see from me. Like being open about what you have going on.
That's real. That's real. That's a
Yeah.
good point. And understandably, that is not necessarily the easiest thing to do.
Oh no, this shit is awful. It's hard.
It's it's hard. That's why they say relationships are work. But
If you didn't know.
I'm just saying. But again, we're looking at ways to mitigate these behaviors. Everybody has heard a story of a crazy jealous ex, and nobody wants to be the main character of a story with a crazy jealous ex. And no one wants to be the crazy jealous ex in said story. So,
For the
one,
most part, I would agree.
for the most part, not everybody. That was a very blanket statement, but one would hope that if you're listening to this show, you're not trying to be that. But but part of making sure you don't become that person is making sure you understand when those behaviors are starting and communicating about what those behaviors might look like for you
Mhm.
and trying to find solutions for it. Just being honest.
Yep.
Because everybody has the capacity of being the crazy jealous ex.
Yes. Yes. And on that too, let's stop. One thing you can also do is stop glamorizing
Ooh,
the crazy jealous ex. And so,
a word.
let me tell you, so this is for everyone, but masculine presenting people, I am talking directly to you, babies. The ones that's like, oh yeah, she crazy. She crazy. It's the way I gave it to her, she just don't know how to act.
She don't know how to act. I put it on her and she don't know how to come back.
Yeah, it's not
Bye-bye.
cute. It's not cute.
It's not fun. Nobody looking at this is going, your relationship must be great. Well, most people looking at this is are not looking at your relationship going, this must be such a great relationship.
Yeah. In fact, like, and also start recognizing when you're in a toxic situation.
Mm.
Excessive jealousy is not healthy.
Nor is it normal
Right.
necessarily. It's not
Right.
necessarily the norm that we should be aspiring to within a relationship.
Yeah. But masculine presenting people, please stop centering your self-worth and your, like, I guess your markability as a mate by how many crazy exes you have running around.
Ooh, bye.
Don't think you a good catch because you got somebody looking for you in the light with a flashlight. Like,
It's
no.
not it's not nearly as cute as you think it is.
Right.
But you know that ain't none of my business.
Yeah. But
Let me get out the way before I get hit.
and women too. Like some women
Mhm.
glorify that, like, oh yeah, girl, he be checking my phone, and he be looking through, or she be looking
Right.
through my phone. No, baby,
It's
get
not healthy.
out. Get out.
Run away. Run away. It's not healthy, and it's not necessarily normal. And the media needs to stop doing it as well,
Yeah.
but you can stop doing it in your own life as well. You know that friend who be like, they just won't let me go. They just won't let me go. It's like, no, no, no. That ain't normal, bro.
Yeah, they just won't let you go. And let's dig into that. Is it they just won't let you go, or is it every time you think that they are moving on, you drop back in so you can have somebody that's just that crazy over you? What are you doing?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's like the question is, what is it that you have going on in your self-image, your thought of your self-worth that you have to feel fulfilled by somebody being crazy over you?
Absolutely. And Michelle has met a masculine presenting friend of mine who finds themselves in these situations
That
more often than not.
that man likes that stuff
And that is the thing that Michelle has openly seen me say to them. You enjoy this.
because you
You
keep doing
enjoy the
it.
crazy because you keep doing it. You think it's fun. You find it to be entertaining, and you get some sort of fulfillment out of it.
Yeah. I think
And
it's
you're
an interest.
trash. But he knows he's trash. We tell him he's trash all the time. Again, Michelle has observed. We tell him he's trash all the time.
The few times that I have met this person, on both occasions where I have met this person, I'm just like, what is happening? What did I walk into?
Mm-mm.
This is just too much.
And usually it ends in myself or my friends going, man, you ain't shit. And just,
And he like, yeah.
yeah, I'm not. He knows it. They know it. He's choosing this life. He's choosing violence. He wakes up every morning. He chooses this kind of violence.
Yeah.
And if that's you, we acknowledge that that's what you're choosing. At least he's acknowledging it. It's not much better, but it's a start.
Yeah, like you got to know about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. But it is something that can be managed or at least mitigated if you are willing to communicate with your partner and communicate with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself in some of these behaviors. Like I have to also be honest in that, especially when it comes to romantic relationships, it is very hard for me to create that oxytocin level of a bond. It's just hard for me to do that. And so that may be part of the reason why I'm not one of those people who goes, don't take my man. I'm real quick to go, oh, you want him? And you're really into wanting him? You can have him.
He like, I'm not
I'm not gonna fight you
here.
for it. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna wrestle you for him.
Let me just, especially if that person happens to be entertaining it.
Right.
Clearly, that's what you would like. So let me just fade into the background. And it has been a thing where I've had partners in the past be like, well, you didn't fight for us. And it's like, is it that I didn't fight for you? Or is it that I didn't exhibit these crazy jealous behaviors when you decided to show me that you weren't as into this relationship as
Yeah.
I thought you were?
And that's the other thing, like knowing the difference between willing to fight for your relationship versus willing to show up in the way that makes you look like you're jealous and possessive and crazy,
There's a
right?
difference
There's a difference.
because I am not that person. If you anticipated me being like, get away from my man or get away from my girl or get away from my non-binary person, like,
I love it. I love it.
get
All
away
of
from my
it.
partner, don't mess with my partner, how dare they, I saw them pushing, like, that's never going to be this person. So you clearly did not come to this relationship expecting me.
Right. And another thing, also watch the friends that you have, because if you
Mm.
have friends that are out there about that toxic life, I mean, these are the friends who are like, "Girl, I think I saw him at such and such,"
It's
or
at such and such place, or you'll never guess who I heard, blah, 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 or who I heard might like your person, or who might,
right.
I saw this person talking to your person. Baby, they're not for you.
Yeah,
And it's okay to acknowledge that somebody is not for you.
it is. Friendship, relationship, business practices. It's okay to determine your therapist is not for you.
Ooh,
Okay?
that's a word too.
Yes, it is.
She put it on the table.
I'm just saying.
It's okay to say that's not for you, or these people are not for you.
Mhm.
Family members too.
Yep. Them be the first ones. I swear.
All of a sudden, oh, you really weren't for my benefit. You weren't for my good. Oh, okay.
Mm,
It's okay to say that and mean it.
yeah. And it's okay to be like, you know what? I'll just see you at the family reunion if I
Or maybe
come.
not even then.
Yeah. If I come.
If I show up,
But yeah.
it's okay to say I can only take you in small doses.
Mhm. I don't care if that's your mama, your favorite cousin growing up, whatever.
Whatever the case may be. Now, if
Mhm.
it's your partner, perhaps you guys should reevaluate your relationship. But
Yeah, maybe.
you know, if maybe both of y'all are like, actually, I need an only small doses relationship, then maybe that's the right thing for you.
You're
I
like,
don't know your life.
like maybe you just need booty calls. No,
Right,
whatever it is, stand in your truth and be open about it and
right.
upfront. So if you're not a monogamous type of person, let them know. Be
Immediately.
honest. Yes, upfront.
And they may choose not to believe you. Trust me.
They choose it.
They choose, there are choices within that thing
Mhm.
of them being like, but we doing these monogamy type things.
Yep.
You you know what? They might not be wrong.
Yeah, and
However, they also can't act like
you didn't tell Liv.
you didn't tell them that that was not the life you was living.
Right. But also that
Sorry, I got real personal on that one.
it's
Let me
okay. Bring it
pull it
back.
back.
I mean, but that also brings up another point where be unambiguous about what you are doing.
Mm,
So don't tell these people, and this happens. Don't tell these. It happens all the time. Don't tell someone like, "Oh, yeah, I'm just looking to kick it. I'm just looking to chill,"
I
and
don't want
then
anything
I don't.
serious.
But then every morning is good morning, baby. How's your day going? Oh, I saw this
I
and I
miss
thought of you. I
you.
miss you. Oh, do you, let's. I'm going home. I'm going to Sunday dinner. You want to meet my mama? Like, don't do relationship things then.
Right. Or opposite is true. Don't tell somebody that, oh, I want this to be open, or I want this to be a true thing, and I want us to be together, and I want us to be monogamous or only with each other, or I want us to be within said group of partners.
Right.
And then you over here talking to other bitches
Don't
or
do
talking to
it.
other niggas. Don't do it.
Yeah,
It's not helping anyone's situation.
it's not. And you just gonna end up in a situation that could have been avoided.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And it is okay to change your mind.
Mhm.
Just get you got to give people notice.
Right. You can't expect them to be like, and I'm okay with that change of mind. And it's okay if you change your mind and they didn't.
Mhm. Yes.
If they didn't change their mind with you, that's okay too. You can't be mad at them for not changing along with you because they
Exactly.
told you what it was.
Yeah. It's stuff like that. That's why I think that relationships should be like, I don't know, like contracts where you're like you have a clause where you revisit the terms of the contract every couple of, I don't know, months or maybe years, depending on what you like. Like, is this still working for you? No?
Is this
Time.
is this what we thought it was going to be? Is it possibly a problem?
Right. Do we need to break up? What we need to do?
Yeah.
So
But emotions, they change all those things.
they do.
Anywho, that was a good talk.
I think so too. I think so too. I hope you learned something.
Fingers
Um,
crossed.
yeah. So someone, most likely me, I don't know.
Once told you the world was gonna roll you. Ain't the sharp suit in
In
the
the
shed.
shed.
There you go.
My favorite part is she was
Kind of
looking kind of dumb with a finger and a thumb in the
in
shape
the shape.
of an L on her forehead.
Yeah. Well, then the years start coming
And
and they
then it
don't
don't
stop.
stop coming.
I'm sorry. My
But
bad. I did this.
for all you people who always make it to the end, I'm so happy that you're here.
Yeah.
I'm so
Thanks,
proud of
guys.
you.
You didn't have to, but we appreciate it.
You've come so far.
Hey, look at you. This is more than an hour worth of talking from us dumbasses.
Wait a
Okay,
minute, wait a
from
minute, wait a
my
minute.
dumbass
Wait a
and
minute.
Michelle.
And and don't talk about my friend that way, Drea.
Oh no. Yeah, it's been fun though. It's been a learning experience. Is that
It
how we're gonna say it? That's how I'm gonna choose to.
Yeah, it was a learning experience. Hopefully you learned something. What was I about to say? Oh, well, we're only
Getting
human.
old.
You know what? Your brother's getting old.
Damn. You right, but okay.
Now,
Don't come after my family like that, yo. Come after me. Don't come after them.
we're all getting old.
Shit.
So anyway,
Okay. That
anyway,
it hurt.
it hurt.
It hurt.
Oh, I'm
I wanted to
sorry.
be like, do I care about my brothers enough for me to defend them? And then I had to realize, I guess I do. Don't do that. You made me have a whole internal struggle for a moment.
We learned something new. Drea cares about her siblings, which is great.
Who knew?
I guess
Seeing that
not.
they didn't.
I guess not you either, huh? You sound
No.
confused. Anyway, that's not what I was
Ah,
about to say.
my bad.
We're only human. And so we're gonna crowdsource. Tell us some things that you want to learn, that you want to hear us
Yeah.
talk about.
What would you like to know? Come on, class. Put it in whatever comments that exist. Because Michelle is going to look at them because I have no clue how to even see them. Michelle's going to look though. Put it on our Instagram page. Send us a
Yeah,
message.
yes, we're gonna do that.
Yeah,
We're gonna do
we
that.
love it. Anywho, all right, y'all. It's been a day. It's Friday. It's Friday.
It's
That means
Friday. It's the end
Drea
of the
gets
weekend.
to drink.
Drea gets to drink
Drea gets to drink.
because it's
Because
Friday.
it's
Oh,
Friday.
yeah.
Drea only drinks on the weekend.
She doesn't do it all the time, but when she does it,
When she does it, guess who's going to crack open a beer tonight? It's going to be me. It's been a long week.
has it now.
It has. I don't know if I'm going to get past one beer, but going to feel excited about that one. That's what I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you for this.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Mean it.
Uh-huh. Well, anyway, this has been Life 101 Advanced Shenanigans. I am Michelle.
I'm Drea.
I'm so
We'll see you
proud of
next
you.
time.
Yes, I'm so proud of you because usually I've been Drea. Today you just are Drea.
It's a lie. Oh, there we go. It's a lie.
We're back to the cat
It's
in
a
the well.
lie. You have to bring it full circle.
You know what? Every ending is a beginning. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.